friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing my first Christmas decorate with me video of the season. So we're starting here in my kitchen, and this space I was probably most excited about because we've done so many updates to our kitchen this year that makes it look totally different. So last year we had blue kitchen cabinets, and you guys know we painted them green back in the springtime, and I love them, and it fits my just Christmas kitchen aesthetic so much more than it did when I had them blue. I've always been hesitant about adding reds into my kitchen during the holiday season simply because it just clashed so badly with my previous color that I had on my cabinets. But now that they're green, it is so cute and cozy, and we're going with, again, a very just vintage cottage Christmas vibe here in the kitchen. I'm going to be incorporating some pieces that are gingerbread themed and just some pops of red and berries and just things like that. I also added some garland above my window and some new cafe curtains that I'm so excited about. I shared those with you guys probably a month or so ago, and I absolutely love them. So as you guys can see, you're getting a little peek of the after, but we're going to be tackling this space together. So anyways, before we get into decorating and into the rest of today's video, I do want to kindly thank today's sponsor, which is Wild Grain. Wild Grain is a first bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and fresh pastas. Wild Grain partners with small bakers and pasta makers across the country to keep the tradition of artisanal and nutritious food alive. One of the things Wild Grain is known for is their sourdough bread. Unlike many store-bought options, Wild Grain uses simple ingredients you can pronounce and a slow fermentation process that can be easier on your belly and richer in nutrients and antioxidants. Wild Grain is freezer to table in 25 minutes, which means every item bakes within 25 minutes or less with no mess or cleanup. They also support small businesses and responsible sourcing, and Wild Grain is fully customizable and constantly adding new seasonal and limited time special items. With every box ordered, Wild Grain will donate 2 meals to a nonprofit of your choice at no extra cost. Whenever I was using my Wild Grain box, I went ahead and tried the Parmesan herb biscuits first. We made soup this night, and pairing it with their butter was absolutely amazing. We're talking like melt in your mouth quality. And we also tried their giant ginger molasses cookies. Oh my gosh, they were perfect for the holiday season. If you have any holiday parties coming up, or if you're hosting a party, I highly recommend checking out Wild Grain. They have great seasonal options that are also kid friendly. I absolutely love these. If you want to check out Wild Grain, be sure to click on my link in the description and use the code Nicole Murphy to get $30 off your first box, plus you'll get free croissants for life. That is a heck of a bargain, so be sure to check that out. I'll have everything you guys need to know linked down below. Like I said, you can get $30 off your first box, plus free croissants for life. Again, thank you to Wild Grain for sponsoring. Before we get to decorating, I want to show you guys some recent thrift finds and a couple of Aldi finds that I'm so excited about. So me and Mom went to a Christmas market and did some thrifting a couple of weeks ago, and going to the thrift store this time of year is truly my favorite. I love looking at people's things that they got rid of so that way I can incorporate them into my home. You can always find lots of pretty vintage things, and you guys know I love a vintage cottage look, and I was really wanting to incorporate some pretty things like dishes and things like that into my home for the Christmas season, specifically here in my kitchen. So I want to show you guys some things that I picked up. First up was this cute little like holly and berry wreath. It is so pretty. Actually, this isn't even holly. This is just little leaves, but it does have the berries on there, and they're so cute. I ended up getting this for $1, and I thought it would be perfect to go as a candle ring. So we're gonna be doing that in today's video. I love this. You can't beat the price. And then I did find a couple stacks of really pretty dishes. First up, I want to show you guys are these little Christmas tree plates. There's nothing about this brand, like these aren't vintage or anything, but they kind of look vintage inspired. So anyways, they're just a white dish with the little Christmas tree on there, and they do have a gold rim around the edge. I did get a set of 4 plates for $1, so you cannot beat it. These are so cute, and I'm really happy about these. So anyways, I picked up those, and then the next thing I picked up, I love these so much. They are so pretty. They are a clear plate, so So it might be a little hard to see this on camera, but they do have holly and berries around the edge, and then it has a gold rim here. And these are so pretty too. I actually found some glasses, drinking glasses, at the thrift store like 2 or 3 years ago that go with these plates. So that's why I picked these up, because they are perfect. They will be so pretty on a tablescape for Christmas. And these were a set of 9 for $8. So not bad, less than $1 a plate. So I do have a whole stack of these as well. So those 3 items were my thrift finds from the other day. And then my Aldi finds, guys, these are so cute, and the price point was amazing. So I wanted to show you these. I was at Aldi, and they have, you know, their little magical home decor, just all the things aisle, and I saw where they had some gingerbread things out, and this is the cutest little piece. It is a sugar container, so it came with a little spoon. The lid pops off, and you guys, this thing was only $5. I was shocked. The coloring is really nice. It's like a true brown color, and I think it is so cute. And then to go with it, they had another gingerbread house. This one is a little bit bigger, but what is so neat about this is that it's actually nesting measuring cups. These are so cute. So there's 4 measuring cups total. The house itself is 1 cup, and then there's a half, a third, and a quarter. And yeah, this one was $5 as well. So you cannot beat it. These truly are so adorable. I love them together, and just the detail on them is so nice. These look very expensive, and like I said, they were only $5. So anyways, they do have, I believe, measuring spoons, which I couldn't find at my Aldi, and I want to say they had a cookie jar as well. I had already purchased the cookie jar from Hobby Lobby this year, so I didn't need that. But anyways, I thought that these pieces were so cute. So not only do they serve as decor, but also they're very purposeful as well. Okay, now that we have done our little haul and we've talked about some of these pieces, let's go ahead and put them together. First up, we're going to be styling this little corner area in my kitchen. This is my favorite area to style in my kitchen. I love having this little corner over here. It's just the right amount of space where I can put some decorative things each season. So for the Christmas season, I knew I wanted to incorporate my new gingerbread cookie jar over there. And then I'm also adding in those thrifted plates that I recently purchased, along with my candle and little candle ring that I found, and a few other little odds and ends just to give it that cozy cottage Christmas flair. On the opposite side of our kitchen sink is where we have our coffee area. So I have my mug rack with some of my favorite Christmas mugs, along with my new Aldi sugar canister and a new coffee canister I purchased at Home Goods this year with some sprinkles and little odds and ends. I'm also stacking up my other thrifted plates along with some pomander balls I made recently. And then as far as my little shelves I have in the kitchen, I'm just styling this pretty heavily for me. Honestly, normally I don't put as many items on my shelf, but I figured for Christmas, why not go all out and have fun with it? So I'm just adding in a few frames with some winter landscape pieces, along with some faux trees, some little reindeer, and just Christmassy odds and ends on this shelf to tie it all in with the rest of the kitchen. Next up is adding some Christmas wreaths to our pantry doors. I love these doors so much. They just add so much character to our kitchen, and I knew I wanted to add some really pretty Christmassy wreaths to them this season, so I did that along with some crushed velvet bows that I found. These are actually hair bows from Hobby Lobby, fun fact, and I'm just sticking those on the wreath just to add a little bit of extra detail to them. And then I also have our little breakfast table over here. I'm just going to be adding an arrangement and a plaid tablecloth with that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is all for today's video. I really love how the kitchen turned out, and especially at night when all the lights are off and everything is picked up. I have my little candle going and my lamp is on, and it's just so cozy. I hope this video gave you guys some Christmas decorating inspiration. I do have 2 other videos coming your way. We're going to be decorating my dining room next, and then our living room. So there's much more content coming, and if you guys are in the mood for just some cozy Christmas videos, be sure to check out my Christmas playlist. I'll have that link down below in the description box, along with everything you need to know about wild grain. I do have that code for you guys, and there's lots of perks, so be sure to check that out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video.